Well, let's go to step 2 of our workflow. Now we are going to implement some approval reject technique. I have already prepared markup for our pop-up window. Let's use a library called jQuery UI. I found it pretty good. Yes, this is a lot of stuff can be used, but let's start from basics, let's say. Let's use jQuery UI and some classic thing called Bootstrap. Bootstrap is one of the most useful platforms, so with the stylings and just with the functionality which makes our life easier. So you see prepared markup here with a Bootstrap CSS styles. We will add them to the separate file a little bit later, and with the two buttons which is approve reject and on click event, and this on click event call functions doc flow step and document form on node, and close this model window then. So let's implement this couple of functions. What about doc flow step? Doc flow step a little bit upgraded function which is called send to approve. Only difference between this function that here we call them get owner method instead of get approver, and this method basically is getting author of the request, so the getting user which is creates the given request. Absolutely the same functionality, getting values from the doc list item and just resolving with the author, and updates approval status as before, but with the passing status from parameters and setting current user to the user field and adding history entry. Okay, what about document form on load? Here's the function. This one just setting current data to I'm going to use global variable request data, which is array, and put client contents and current document item, which is current application request, to the variable in order to use it after. It will give us a possibility not called every time get list, get by title, documents, get in doc list, stuff like this. So just makes the structure more consistent and more useful. Okay, first of all, let's put global variable to the top of our script. This function to our script at the bottom, just before callback functions. Save it. Okay, let's start from CSS. Now we have some styles for the buttons. Yes, basically I can just add Bootstrap library to the page by link, but I will not do it because Bootstrap is breaking SharePoint markup. That's why I just took the couple of styles which is required. I'm going to move them into the separate CSS file. Save as, let's call it document card.css. Let's upload this file into the site assets library. It will prepare CSS folder. Here we go. And we need proper link to this CSS file, which it will be site assets, CSS, document card, CSS. So far so good. Let's open our HTML by the editor and add our markup and styles there. In styles, I'm going to use jQuery model window, that's why I'm using the styles here. Later on I will add jQuery UI. Add in approval dialog and save it. Then I go into a little bit change our JavaScript file. What I'm going to do is at the very end of the file I am adding this function, execute function. I'm telling to SharePoint, please execute following function after SPJS and SPClient contact.js scripts will be loaded. And after this I'm waiting until user profiles will be loaded, and after all I'm calling document form onload function. Let's look how our form looks like now. Yeah, pretty much the same. Where is the buttons? I forgot to add the buttons because this is just a model window. I have to add button to show it, of course. Button. In order to show it, I will call the model. In order to make it functional, I need to have jQuery UI link here after jQuery itself. Save. Okay. Should work now. Somewhere I have doc item function. Yes, I forgot to implement one function. Let's do it. Let's remove it for now because I guess you can lose the line. The document form unload. Okay. Let's open form. What next? It wasn't refreshed. Let's implement additional function which is called show model. Dialog and basically contains only one line which is shown our dialog. Let's move some trash from here. Let's put some new markup to our document card. Not here. here. Yes. Now it looks like better. No approval non-defined. This is because scripts are not refreshed. Oh, now it's here. What was not the function? That's because jQuery UI is not defined. Let's check the links. Why? It is here. This is because I forgot to set a link to model library. I thought it's inside jQuery UI, but I made a mistake. It's in jQuery model, and we don't need UI for now. Let's remove it to make it more clearer. Okay, let's test now our button. I'm clicking approve. I'm going to approve. Request approved. And click approve. View properties. Yeah, approval status was updated to approved. And in approval history, we got new entry. Basically, our custom title. I'm a request owner. I'm a request approver because I'm clicking on a button. And status is approved. And request approved my comment. And one is ID of our document set. Everything went fine on the moment, but only one thing, I go into little bit fix styles because this is not good buttons one under another, so let's make them little bit more user friendly and look better by changing style. I'm going to set display to the inline flex. Yeah, and I'm going to set width to 215 points. Yeah, now it looks much more better, but don't forget to change our styles in the site assets library. And I'm setting here display. Basically, we don't need this. Save. Come on. Yeah, now it works. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to replace this static picture with some information about our document set, about our vacation request, with some dynamic pictures, stuff like that. And yeah, let's remove it. Delete. Stop editing. And additionally, I'm going to change logic to display these two buttons. because send to approve is going to be shown only when its current user is equal to author of this, is equal to owner of this vacation request. But approve reject is going to be shown only if you manager, if you make any decisions to approve or reject this request. So let's implement it.